Good evening and welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Herriman & Associates, Igloo Outfitters, and, of course, Advanced Windows Company. I'm Alex Napoles, happy to be joined by Eric Lister. We're here at Herriman High School. It's senior night, and Eric, how are we feeling tonight?
Oh, it is absolutely electric here, and what an absolutely beautiful night. The sun is going down, but the temperature is absolutely perfect. It's a perfect night for football. It's Friday Night Lights. Can you believe it, my man? And to top it all off, it isn't just Friday Night Lights. It is rivalry night. We're talking these two schools are 4 miles apart from one another, Alex. I mean, 10 minutes apart by car, and some of these students, their friends in their neighborhood go to the rival high school. And look, it comes down to bragging rights.
Absolutely.
If you win this game, you have a whole year to crow about it and to rub it in a little bit here and there, my man.
And this is one of the funner, newer rivalries in the state. Mountain Ridge, not that new of a high school. Herriman and Mountain Ridge have built up this rivalry. Eric, what can you tell us about this rivalry down here at the south of the valley?
Yeah, let's talk about this. So last year, Herriman beat Mountain Ridge 34-17. So there's definitely some fire that's going on. These guys definitely, there's no love lost. And what I like to call this is a legalized street fight, right? I mean, obviously we're not condoning anything that is against the rules or against the law or what have you, but it truly is. These guys are pumped. I guarantee you these guys are excited.
And to top it all off, it is senior night here for the Herriman Mustangs, their last game at home of the season, and they're taking on their rivals. What better opponent to have on senior night than the Mountain Ridge Sentinels?
Absolutely, my man. And let's talk about this real quick. So we have some big news tonight, and that is that senior Keeney, he's out. And he is one of the best running backs in the state of Utah. This guy's an absolute animal. But you know what I love about him? He has spent all week long training and coaching and mentoring Jesus Hernandez, who is also a senior, who's going to be filling in. He's going to be carrying the load here for Mountain Ridge. And look, last week they won against Copper Hills. They took it to them 27-22, and major shout-outs to Legatron, Mr. Brody Laga. He kicked a 51-yarder, my man. 51-yarder, and also like a 37-yarder as well, and took it to him. This guy, he's already signed with BYU. He plays soccer, and man, I love these guys. As far as Herriman goes, they have the absolute stud, Freddie Ta'ai, who has close to 1,500 yards passing and close to 700 yards rushing. Last week, he was an animal. I know it was a loss against Bingham, but he took it to him.
And so now as we get ready for kickoff, we get ready to get things going. Again, what can we expect now from, I guess, the home side of the Herriman Mustangs?
Yeah, well, the Herriman Mustangs definitely have to control the line of scrimmage. Who's going to win in the trenches, right? That's really what it comes down to. And look, Freddie Ta'ai, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And I know that's trite. I know a lot of people say that, but that is so true. When protection breaks down, he can be gone. A lot of people don't know who Houdini was, but man, this guy is Houdini.
Freddie Ta'ai is one of the guys that we're going to be keeping an eye on tonight. He's going to be all over the field for the home side for the Herriman Mustangs. So fun fact, both of these teams come into this region game, Region 2, at 1-1. They both have a chance to keep the pressure on Corner Canyon, who is leading Region 2. And there's so much on the line for this game tonight. Bragging rights, rivalry, keeping the pressure on Corner Canyon. We should have a fun one here on senior night.
Absolutely.
And so we're getting ready to kick things off here at Herriman High School. It is the Mustangs, the home side tonight, in the black with the red helmets as they're taking the field at the moment. for the visiting Mountain Ridge Sentinels. They're wearing their whites and the gray helmets. And again, just bragging rights on the line.
Here they come. You remember these days. These guys are animals. They want to break out of the cage.
Moments away. We're still waiting for Herriman to take the field. Kind of looking at things for the home side of the Herriman Mustangs. Coming into this one, they were able to get a region win against Herriman by a score of 52-53. As Eric mentioned, they lost to Bingham 47-38 in a very tough, hard battle. For the visiting Mountain Ridge Sentinels, they lost to Corner Canyon 56-14 to open region play, and then they were able to defeat the Copper Hill Grizzlies by a score of 27-22 as the home side Herriman Mustangs take the field here on senior night. And so it looks like Brody Laga is out, and the Mountain Ridge Sentinels will be kicking us off here in this Region 2 battle. Herriman to receive.
You know what's crazy about this absolute amazing kicker? I mean, as I mentioned, he's got a cannon for a leg. He's got a leg cannon. Rumor has it that he kicks it on the kickoff completely out of the end zone.
And so we'll take a look and see that firsthand right now, Eric.
Special thanks to White Pine Dental for donating our game teams.
Fun fact: back in the day, I was the kicker over at Kearns High School.
Would you call your leg a cannon?
Absolutely not. Not these days, anyway. Brody Laga out to kick for the Herriman Mustangs. For the Mountain Ridge Sentinels, back deep to return. It looks like number 18, Caden Hansen. And I can't get a number of that. It might be number 12, Noah Molly. As the press box begins to shake, the student section gets into it. It's a squib, and it just goes out of bounds. They're trying to catch Herriman sleeping.
Man, talk about a great way to start a rivalry. You start off with an onside kick, trying to keep him totally off guard and catch him totally sleeping, but unfortunately it went out of bounds there.
Brody Laga putting a little too much leg into that one as the onside goes out of bounds. And so we'll have a shot and a chance to see this offense. The Herriman Mustangs, again led by number 12, Frederick Tai, coming out for the first time tonight.
1st and 10 Mustangs.
And so Tai will line up in the shotgun. And the receiver goes into motion as Tai hands it off. Keeps it right up the middle and brought down after about a 5-yard gain there from Tai.
Man, he is absolutely a baller, my man. He's already carried the ball 122 times this year for close to 700 yards, 5.7 yards per carry. That one right up the middle. He got some good push from his O-line.
And so Herriman coming into this one at 4-3, but don't let that record fool you because this offense is very potent as here's a run right up the middle from, it looks like number 16, 10, Samisi Fifita.
Yeah, and I love this guy. So obviously for the other team, we're missing the other Samisi, but did you know there was a Samisi on Herriman's side as well, Samisi Fifita, and he's already carried it for 300 yards this year for a couple of touchdowns. Don't sleep on him.
So Tai again line up in the shotgun. Fifita in the backfield gets it to throw, and it hits the ground incomplete on Fifita's first pass of the night.
Yeah, great read. Just a little slant there, and just off the fingertips, but definitely a great read. Trying to get a quick hitter there, and allow their athleticism to take it on down the field.
And so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10, ball on the 39 for the home Mustangs, as Fifita and Tai once again looking to lead this offense. Receiver in motion. Tai hands it up to Fifita up the middle. Maybe a yard or two on the gain, but not much there for Fifita.
Man, you know what? We got to give a shout out to Mountain Ridge's defense, especially Tanner DeYoung. I mean, this young man, he is an absolute rock star. He has 3 interceptions. He's always around the ball. He's got a sack on the year. We need to definitely take a look at him tonight.
And so now Tai in an empty backfield, drops back to pass. He's looking to throw, breaks out to the right, looking to dump it off. It's caught and brought down. That's Hansen on the reception. First down, Mustangs.
Beautiful pass, beautiful touch by Tai.
With the reception, with the DJ Olsen. First down.
Tai and Herriman get the first. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line for the home Mustangs as they're knocking on the red zone already.
And they're running some tempo, trying to keep that defense off guard.
As Tai takes the snap, pitches it off. Looks like that's Hansen again and brought down after about a 5-yard gain there from the receiver.
That inside pitch there is definitely a great way to keep that defense off on their heels.
I will say, Eric, these black jerseys from up here in the press box are a little hard to see.
It's nearly impossible with these old man eyes.
Tai again lined up in the shotgun. Fifita in the backfield, 2nd down, has a handoff to Fifita, runs it up the middle, met by the Mountain Ridge Sentinels defense. Almost enough for the first. We'll see where they spot it, but it looks short.
It does. Let's see. Third and 1, and Fifita has been absolutely just grinding out the yards here. So let's look for him to get the carry.
And so the Mustangs on 3rd and 1, ball on the 11, knocking on the end zone as Tai takes the snap, handoff again to Fifita, but he's met in the backfield and brought down for a loss.
Absolutely awesome stop by Mountain Ridge. Wow.
Day in on the tackle. Brings up 4th.
Yeah. Great stop, 4th down.
And we'll have the kicking unit coming out for the Mustangs.
You know, they've been 5 for 7 this year.
Snap, the kick is up, and the kick is good from Talon Tafili. And so that's 3 for Herriman.
3 for Herriman. This rivalry night starts off on the opening drive with the score.
29 yards.
And so after the field goal, the Herriman Mustangs take a 3-0 lead, and we'll take a step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Herriman High School. I'm Alex Napolis, happy to be joined by Eric Litzter. It's the Mustangs who had a short field but couldn't find the end zone. They had to settle for 3. They get the field goal, and so now we'll have a chance to see Mountain Ridge come out for the first time after the kickoff. As that one is squibbed up the middle, takes an awkward bounce, but brought in by number 26, Jesus Hernandez, who just runs it right up the middle and then is met. Gets a decent return there, and now the Mountain Ridge Sentinels coming out for the first time.
Yeah, and remember that name, Jesus Hernandez. So he is filling in for the absolute state running back champ, you would say, Nisi Kinikini. We're going to see a lot of Jesus Hernandez tonight.
33-yard line.
So Jesus Hernandez coming out. Wyatt Bingham, the sophomore, to lead this offense on their first drive of the evening. Bingham sends a receiver into motion, takes the snap, handoff to number 88. That's Glasker, who finds some room. Glasker's through. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, and Glasker's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Sentinels!
I'll tell you one thing, and that is Glasker's first name is Legend, and he is definitely a legend taking that ball all the way to the house.
On the first snap, on their first play, they're able to take it all the way to the house, and the visiting Sentinels take the lead. 6-3 pending the PAT. Out comes Brody Laga for the point after attempt. The lefty senior kicker. Ball is snapped, the kick is up, and the kick is plenty good. And it's a 7-0 Mountain Ridge lead.
Absolutely right down the middle. And, you know, as we talked in our pregame here, it all starts up front. And they definitely were able to seal off that edge, and Legend was able to take it to the house.
Legend Glasker, the sophomore, was able to break through, take it all the way. 7-0 Sentinels lead. We'll give a quick shout out to the Igloo Outfitters, who are the coziest, most wearable sleeping bag that has you covered during those chilly days and nights. Worry no more about the weather and watch your favorite team in comfort with Igloo Outfitters. Go to igloooutfitters.com and enter Rewind for $20 off. Never miss the moments with Igloo Outfitters.
Have you ever been camping in a bad sleeping bag?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, Igloo Outfitters is there for you when you go camping.
Man. You definitely want to make sure you got the best sleeping bag.
And so Brody Laga again out to kick things off. Quick response from the Sentinels after going down with the field goal. We'll see how this Herriman offense responds, as that one is just booted through and out for the touchback.
There we go. Out of the end zone on the kickoff. Definitely that leg cannon is it's functioning at full strength.
Brody Laga with the kickoff. And so now again we'll have the Herriman Mustangs and this offense coming out for their second drive of the evening. What did you see from Freddie Tai in that first drive?
You know, it was a methodical drive. I thought he made some fantastic decisions. Obviously, one of the passes just was super, super close. And let's see some big playability here. But shout out to Mountain Ridge for containing him and keeping things tight there at the goal line.
And so Tai comes out in the empty backfield, gets the pass off quick, makes a move, and almost gets the gain. Brought down after about 9 yards for Herriman.
Yeah, I think this is a setup. They're absolutely spreading it out. Those quick passes. But trust me, Tai has an arm. Watch for the deep ball.
Again, empty backfield. Tai drops back to pass.
And
there it is, looking deep, and it's incomplete. Looking in the direction of, it looks like, Fifita.
Yeah, good call. That was definitely, they were definitely setting it up. You had 2nd and 1. You had definitely a chance to go for it on that long pass.
And so it'll bring up 3rd and short. Ball on the 29. 7:23 left to go here in the first quarter. Tai and this offense looking to get the quick and short first down as Tai line up in the shotgun, 2 on the near side. Tai takes the snap, the pressure coming from Mountain Ridge, and he's able to bounce out to his left, and he got enough for the first, about a 2-yard gain on that one. First down, Herriman.
Man, I'll tell you, Mountain Ridge read that. They were definitely in the right hole, but Fifita, man, he's slippery. He was definitely able to get out there and get that first down.
First down, Herriman. Ball on the 32-yard line. The clock running at 7:10. Tai and this offense looking to respond after going down by the touchdown for Mountain Ridge. Tai line up again in the shotgun. Fifita in the backfield. Tai rolls out to his right. He's looking to throw, and it's caught and brought down past the 40. That's number 18, Caden Hansen, on the reception.
Yeah, beautiful rollout. Get him out of the pocket where he can use his legs. He has the option there. If something wasn't there, he definitely could have taken it north and south, but he found his wide receiver. That was beautiful. He's running to his right, and he's throwing to this wide receiver, sprinting across the field. Beautiful play.
So ball on the 42-yard line. Ty and this offense takes the snap. Ty keeps. He runs up the middle, gets the first, and he's still going and finally brought down. That's about a 15-yard gain there from Freddie Ty.
That's the dangerous side of him. He can hurt you with his arm and he can hurt you with his legs. Again, you just got to contain him.
So after the big run from the quarterback, the senior quarterback, Freddie Ty, it brings up first down. Ball on the 43, now in Mountain Ridge territory. Again, just looking to answer and respond to the touchdown from the Sentinels as Ty in the empty backfield drops back to pass. He's looking to throw, going deep, and it's caught all by himself. Touchdown, Herriman.
He was patient. He was patient. His wide receiver just snuck outside there for the touchdown.
And so a quick response from the Herriman Mustangs will put this one at 9-7 pending the PAT. And so out again to kick is going to be Amaj Hagan. As the fans get loud in here, Eric.
This place is definitely rocking.
Hagan puts it through. And so it's 10-7 Herriman lead. Eric, what did you see from Ty in that offense on that drive?
It's what I've seen from him in every single one of his games. He is a talent. He is an absolute threat in both the pass game and the run game. You don't know what he's going to do. And he has a beautiful arm. And one of the things that maybe we don't think about as well is he is a bigger body. You can't just go at his feet and think he's going to fall down. You're going to have to definitely hit him.
And so after the quick response, 10-7 Herriman leads. 6 minutes left to go here in the first. Hagan will come out to kick it away again, and now Mountain Ridge has their shot to respond again.
And they can. Obviously, we saw that. I mean, two of their wide receivers have touchdowns of over 90 yards. In fact, we have here Kai Mazo, and he's had a 99-yard reception. So they can attack, and they can score quickly.
Hagan again just squibs it right up the middle. Hernandez will now take right up the middle, is met by a swarm of Mustangs. Not much going there on their return. Brought down at about the 30-yard line. And so Mountain Ridge again will set up shop, and we'll get to see them for the second time this evening.
Yeah, and this is a point where your nerves are probably settled. You know, you've had a couple of series. You can settle down on both defense and offense. Let's see what they can do.
Led by number 5, Wyatt Bingham, the sophomore. He's lined up in the shotgun. He takes the snap, handoff to Hernandez right up the middle. Hernandez finds a hole and gets brought down just shy of the first.
Yeah, 9 yards just like that. But, man, those big boys are absolutely – they're out there mauling people. They're getting dirty. And they open that beautiful hole for Hernandez.
And so they were a little bit kind on the spot, and they will give him the first down. So 1st and 10 on the 41 for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels as Bingham takes the snap. He drops out to his left. The pressure coming, has to escape, keeps it now as Wyatt Bingham just slides down and gets a 7-yard run after escaping the sack.
Yeah, you know, maybe we have a second Houdini here. That was absolutely beautiful by Wyatt Bingham. He was able to sneak out of the pocket. He definitely faced some pressure and was able to get what he could get.
And so it'll bring up 2nd and 4, ball on the 47 for the Sentinels as Bingham takes the snap. It's out to Glesker. Legend Glesker is met, taken down for a loss.
Yeah, and you know that's a statement hit by Herriman there.
So Glesker didn't have much going there. It brings up 3rd and 5, ball on the 46 for the visiting Sentinels. Hernandez lined up in the backfield. Bingham to take. Chops back, looking to throw out to his right. It's caught, and this time it's number 16, Kai Meza, who's pushed out of bounds and gets the first.
Wow, beautiful. And again, the protection was there. We're talking this Herriman defense, they've had 21 sacks this year, 9 of them from absolute stud Ephraim Asiata. 9 sacks already for Ephraim. Obviously, Mountain Ridge was able to protect on that play and get the first down.
And so that reception to Kai Meza brings up the 1st and 10, ball in the 46, as the Sentinels now marching into Mustang territory. Bingham takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw, dumped off. This time it's to number 82, Braden Anderson on the reception.
Yeah, Braden has a touchdown on the year. You know, he's had 9 receptions. They may not use him a ton, but when he catches the ball, he can do some damage. He's a big body.
And so now the Sentinels put on a drive. They're marching down the field. Bingham again will take the snap, dumps it off. This time it's to Glasker and gets about 6 on the reception.
Yeah, Wyatt Bingham's just getting the ball out so quickly. His reads have been fantastic. It looks like pretty much it's his first read. He's not having to spend a lot of time going from read to read. The ball's out of his hand pretty quickly.
It's impressive for a sophomore.
Absolutely.
And so now, again, Wyatt Bingham, as tight end goes in motion. Bingham now drops back to pass. The pressure's coming, escapes the sack, and then finally brought down by the Mustangs.
There's that Mountain Ridge defense coming and attacking.
So it's Ephraim Asiata who got there first. And so it brings up 3rd and 16, ball on the 40-yard line. Let's see what this offense can do to keep the drive alive. As Bingham now looks out for the audible, looking to change things up at the line prior to the play. And we'll get a timeout taken by the visiting Sentinels.
Yeah, and there you go. Look at Ephraim Asiata, who absolutely shows up, gets his 10th sack on the season. That's absolutely just incredible. He's an animal.
Welcome back into Herriman High School. It is 10-7 Herriman lead here on senior night. 3rd and very long coming up for Mountain Ridge. What do you expect them to do here, Eric?
Yeah, you know, we might see a screen pass here just to try to get behind that Herriman or that Mountain Ridge defense.
And so Bingham will send his tight end in motion as he takes the snap. Handoff to Hernandez. Hernandez can't find the edge and taken down for a loss, and Herriman stands strong.
Yeah, definitely a safe play there. Trying to maybe just get some yards, maybe hoping that they could get some yards for their all-state kicker who's back to kick. Holy cow! What is this? Is this a 60-yarder here?
It just might be, as Brody Laga he's out to attempt it. And Herriman's going to take the timeout. Give him some time to think about that decision, maybe.
Wow. This is something.
I'd be very interested to see. I hope they come back out and they stick with it, because that was going to be very interesting to see. There's not much wind here at the moment.
Look. Having communicated this week with Coach Mifu, he has all the confidence in the world in his kicker. I mean, this is he's best in state, but 60 yards, that's something. That's confidence.
And so it looks like, just kind of looking over at the Mountain Ridge sideline right now, it looks like Brody Laga is still out there. He's going to be the one to come out and kick it. And so we might have some fireworks here from the kicker late in the first quarter.
Hey, you know what? Kickers are people too.
Absolutely. Could not agree with you more, Eric.
behind the defense on this kick. Let's go.
And yeah, Brody Laga coming back out. He will attempt it. The very long field goal. We'll see what the lefty has in those legs. A huge kick coming up for Laga as that kick is up, and the kick is... It's good! Can you believe it?
No, I cannot believe it.
Wow!
The score is tied. You have an absolute weapon there. Man.
Brody Laga from the logo, from the H here at Herriman, drills it and ties things up. Incredible from the kicker.
This is going to be a track meet. Back and forth, back and forth. Wow. I am blown away.
One of the most impressive kicks that you will see in high school football as Brody Laga nails it through the uprights, and we got a tie game here with 1:41 left to go on senior night here at Herriman High School.
Hey, and I'm going to just say this too. It still had a little bit more distance there.
It did.
And it was right in the middle.
And again, the press box shaking. These Herriman fans, they know how to party. They know how to get into it. As Brody Laga again coming out to just kick things off. And we'll have a chance for Freddie Tai and that offense to come back out.
Hey, I hope everybody has their popcorn, because this is this is definitely a show.
10-10 as Brody Laga to kick things away. Back deep to return is Caden Hansen as the onside kick, but it's recovered by Herriman.
You know, second time for an onside kick. That was one of the most beautiful onside kicks I've ever seen. So creative. Running to his left, kicking it to his right.
And so Herriman and Tai and that offense coming out again with decent field position to start things off. They're starting right about where the field goal was made from.
Absolutely. It's a short field. Let's see what Tai can do here.
Tai and Herriman looking to respond as the senior quarterback leads his troops out onto the field, and it's now 1st and 10, ball on the 48. 1:40 left to go here in the first as Tai pulls. He's dropping back, looking to throw, pulls out to his left. He's running it now, and he's met at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to extend and gets 2 on the gain.
And, you know, that's what he can do. He can turn something, nothing into something. And that's the thing. You can't stop him, but you can control him and keep him under control.
Tai in this offense now on 2nd down, ball on the 49. Receiver goes in motion as Tai takes the snap, handoff to Fita. As he finds a hole, he gets the first, and he's brought down at the 30, and what a run from Semisi Fifita.
What a beautiful run. Absolutely right up the middle. He's a strong back. Able to break tackles and maintain speed, and that's difficult to do.
For a second there, it looked like they had Fifita, and then all of a sudden just escapes the pressure and is able to find that hole and gets a huge gain.
Squats.
Exactly.
He hasn't skipped leg day.
1st and 10 coming up for the Mustangs. Ball on the 30 as again Tai in the shotgun, drops back, looking to throw, and it's deflected and incomplete.
Really nice play there. I mean, you got to get your hands up if you're Herriman. If you're not putting pressure on the quarterback, get your hands up. Obviously, they got in the passing lane, got their hands up, knocked that pass down.
It looked like that was Taylor Hyam with the deflection that denied that one. And it's incomplete, and so now we have a 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball on the 30-yard line for the Herriman Mustangs, looking to get into the red zone and, again, take the lead in this one with 25 seconds left as Tai drops back, That's Hansen on the throw as it's caught, brought down inside the red zone.
What an absolutely beautiful play. Trickery at its finest. We're seeing it all.
That fooled me. That was Hansen on the throw, and he's able to get it inside. First down, Herriman.
That's a beautiful pass.
Tackle by Riddle. Second 10.
So it's 6 seconds left. We'll see if they decide to get a playoff as they try to catch Mountain Ridge jumping, and they do. And if I'm not wrong, Eric, that's the first flag of this afternoon.
That is the first flag. It's been a really clean game.
Absolutely.
And, you know, in these type of rivalries, usually the emotion, you see a lot more penalties, right? But both teams have really played under control, and that is so impressive. The coaching staffs have done a great job with their teams.
Both teams this week have prepared really well. They know what's at stake. They know what's on the line tonight. The rivalry, Region 2, and so much more. Senior night, obviously, for the Herriman Mustangs, and so far it's been a fun one here at Herriman.
Yeah, this is where you throw away the standings.
So Tai again, first down. We'll have one more play before we go into the end of the first as Tai drops back to pass. He's looking for the end zone, and incomplete. But, Eric, what did you see on that one?
You know, what I think the referee saw there was uncatchable. I think they may have thought, hey, this might be uncatchable there, and that's why they didn't throw the flag on that.
And so that brings us to the end of the first quarter. We're tied at 10 here between the Herriman Mustangs and the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. We're going to take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network, as always, presented by Heidemann & Associates. Stick with us for second quarter action when we return.
Don't forget to finish your, don't forget to refresh your.
Welcome back into Herriman High School. I'm Alex Annapolis, happy to be joined by Eric Litzter. We're getting ready to start the second quarter as Herriman knocking. They're in the red zone, 2nd and 10, ball on the 12-yard line as Tai. That's a handoff up the middle, and it's in. Touchdown, Herriman.
You know, we've seen that now at least 3 times where Pineda has literally just gone straight up the middle. Beautiful blocking. Shout out to the O-lineman that opened a hole. But, you know, one of the things I think that Mountain Ridge is struggling with is the motion. You know, there was some motion there, and if your eyeballs aren't on that ball, you can get tricked.
And so Fifita again finds the hole, finds the lane, gets himself into the end zone, and is able to put the Herriman Mustangs ahead again, 16-10, pending PAT, as it's going to be number 37 again, Imaj Hagan out for the kick. Ball snapped, the kick is up, and the kick is good from Hagan, 17-10, and
wow.
We got ourselves a shootout here at Herriman.
As I mentioned, this is definitely going to be an absolute track race here, or a track meet. And, you know, look, last week Herriman, you know, they put up 38 against Bingham, so, and they're second in scoring only to Corner Canyon with 90 points. Corner Canyon's put up 111 points, and Herriman's second with 90. So they definitely can put the ball in the end zone.
And it looks like both teams are up for that challenge tonight. Like you said, it's rivalry. None of that matters. The stats don't matter. The standings don't matter.
Exactly.
It's just come out here, win those bragging rights, and let's go home with the dub.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of which, you had a chance to speak to head coach for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels prior to this one about last year's loss.
Yes.
Give us a little insight about how this Mountain Ridge team has taken this year's game.
You know, Coach Nifu, he didn't want to give a lot of credence to that loss last year. But you know they're feeling it. And I do know that the student body, having talked with some of the students, they're all about it.
So that one's, again, just squib. This time it's fielded by number 30, Cam Beck, as he's met by the Mustangs. He's got a decent return on it, and he'll set up shop inside the 35.
Yeah, both these teams are starting with short fields.
And so now the Sentinels again coming back out, led by that sophomore quarterback, Wyatt Bingham, who led a fantastic drive the last time out.
Yeah, let's see if this defense, with their 21 sacks, can put some pressure on Wyatt Bingham.
Bingham now hands off to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to find the edge and then brought down, maybe a yard on the gain, but not much there for Hernandez.
You know, and that's what you want to do there as a defense. Stop them on first down, force them into some long down and distances.
And so that brings up 2nd and 9, ball on the 38-yard line after the 1-yard gain from Hernandez. Bingham again lined up in the shotgun. Hernandez in the backfield behind him as he drops back, looking to throw. Going deep for Meza, but incomplete. A tad short there for his receiver.
A little bit short there, and there was some pressure.
That's Kai Meza, the sophomore. The intended target brings up a big 3rd down, and it is loud in here, Eric.
It is loud, and, Wyatt Bingham, he didn't get the sack. He didn't take the sack there, but he did end up on the ground.
And so we'll see what Bingham and his offense have up their sleeves here on this one. It's 3rd down, ball on the 38. They need 9 to move the sticks and keep this drive alive here in the 2nd quarter. The pressure's coming, steps up, escapes, and he is met short of the gain. That's about a 6-yard gain, but not enough for the first.
Yeah, I'll tell you there, Wyatt Bingham is shifty. He put a move on the defender there to get what he got. Brings up 4th and short here.
And so last time they go for the long field goal. This time Bingham and this offense stay on the field. They try to get him with the hard count. And so we'll see what the Sentinels and this offense have up their sleeves here on 4th and short. They need 2 yards to get the first. Ball on the 45-yard line. As whistles go. And a timeout taken, and we'll take one as well here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Timeout, Mountain Ridge.
The Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, as always, presented by Advanced Windows. Remember that Advanced Windows has a fall window sale. You get $2,000 off, 10 windows or more, 60 months, 0% interest financing available for a limited time only. Call 801-850-9100 for more. Advanced Windows, proudly sponsor of Rewind Sports Network.
$2,000 off. That is a deal.
And so that prior to the timeout, it looks like they were going to go for it on 4th, but now the punt team is out for the Sentinels. They'll just kick it away and let Herriman take over as that kick is off from Laga. Takes a bounce near the 20 and will be dead at the 20. And so Ty and his offense again will set up shop at the 20-yard line.
Mustang football, 1st and 10.
One of the things that I wanted to mention here in communicating with Coach Mifu, they've got a couple of players that only have 2 years worth of football experience. And they're Jesus Hernandez, the running back, who's filling in today, and lineman Adam Hawks. Absolutely ballers.
Guys who have only played for 2 years, and Mountain Ridge have put on an impressive season.
These are starters.
Up to this point, exactly. As Ty now takes the snap, and he finds some room up the middle, gets enough for the first, brought down after a 12-yard gain.
He's so dangerous. Again, you give him an inch, and he's going to go.
Ty tucks, gets the first, and so it's 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line for the Herriman Mustangs.
He is such a strong runner. He does not just go down with the little arm tackle.
Ty, one of the more impressive quarterbacks here in 6A, on display on senior night as Fifita takes the handoff and is met after about a yard a gain there. Not much going for the running back.
Yeah, I guarantee you there, he wants that run back because there was an opening.
Brown in on the tackle.
Taken down by Brown. And so it brings up 2nd and 8, ball on the 35. We got 9:15 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. And it's been a fun one so far tonight,
Oh, my
Eric.
goodness. I'm still blown away by that kick, that field goal.
Me too. ESPN Sports Center top 10.
No doubt.
Second down coming up for Ty as he keeps it right up the middle and is met after 4 on the gain.
No, that's some good defense there. They were able to contain and keep it to third down.
Brown and Dye.
Herriman's defense was able to step up and make a stop on third down for the Sentinels. And now the Sentinels defense has a chance to do the same here on third down. It's 3rd and 4. Ball on the 39-yard line as Tai lined up with Samisi Fefita in the backfield. Tai takes a snap, drops back, looking to throw. He's going deep in the direction of, it looked like number 14, Bryson Sweeney, but incomplete.
Man, talk about a track star there. It's a little bit out of reach there.
Correction, it was number 13, Noah Malloy, as the intended target, but nonetheless incomplete, and so 4th down as the Sentinels hold.
Yeah, they were definitely going for the jugular there. I mean, 3rd and 4, and you go for the deep ball.
And so the ball is out, the kick is up, punt is away. Takes a bounce at the 20, and it'll roll, and it'll keep rolling, and it'll be dead at the 10. What a punt there from the Mustangs.
Man, both these kickers, they're definitely on track tonight.
Again, that was number 37, Imaj Hagan on the punt.
Beautiful.
And it was a huge punt.
53-yard punt.
Yeah, this is something that we haven't seen, and that's, starting in your own territory, deep in your own territory.
And so here comes the Sentinels again. They'll set up shop at their own 10-yard line. 1st and 10, 7:59 left to go here in the second as Wyatt Bingham comes out in an empty set. 3 lined up on the near side as Bingham gets it out quickly. It's caught, and he's brought down at the 20-yard line. That should be enough for the first. We'll see where the spot is.
Nice quick pass there.
On the stop for Herriman. Cunningham on the offense.
Sounds like Cohen Cunningham with the catch.
2nd and 1.
And so it'll bring up 2nd and 1. Ball on the 19 for the Sentinels is Bingham. Again, lined up in the shotgun. He'll hand it off. This time it's to number 10, who's just completely taken down in the backfield. That was Thomas Tenney, who had nowhere to go.
Some tremendous pursuit there. And it's tough because they've been having success going north and south, and you're trying to rush on the perimeter, but just great closing speed there to take him down for a loss. That's a beautiful, wonderful TFL there.
A big loss on 2nd down. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Ball on the 17-yard line for the Sentinels as Bingham again lined up in the shotgun. He takes the snap, handoff this time right up the middle, and that's going to be enough for the first.
Yeah, beautiful, as I mentioned. I think your best bet is north and south.
Both of these teams tonight have been good at running the ball right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
Absolutely.
Attacking that middle.
And so they got the first on the run from Hernandez, and so it'll bring up 1st and 10, ball on the 22-yard line for the visitors as Bingham again takes the snap. This time drops back to pass. He's looking to throw deep in the direction of Meza, and it's incomplete. Just a little too much there for Kai.
You got to take those shots. Both of these teams have not been shy at going for the long ball.
Kai Meza, the sophomore, showing off his speed, is able to find some room, but the ball just overthrown by Bingham, and so it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again, ball on the 22. Takes the snap. Handoff this time to, it looks like Thomas Tenney, but he's met and brought down at the line of scrimmage.
You know, one of the things that I just wanted to say that Coach Mifu talked about was swarming to the ball. And on that play, it was, I think 8 of the 11 players were in on that tackle.
This Herriman defense has been very good so far here in this first half. Third down, another big third down coming up for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. Ball on the 25. They need to get 8 to keep the drive alive as Bingham in this offense looking to tie things up. Drops back. Bingham looking to throw. To Mesa, caught, brought down, and that's enough for the first.
Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful play there. You had Herriman rush 3, drop back into zone. Wyatt
takes the snap, and Hernandez this time brought down. He's met, and he's going to be taken down for a big loss.
You know, that's what they've shown all year. They had 52 tackles for loss so far this season. That is a monstrous statistic.
And they've had about 4 or 5 tonight,
already,
Eric. They've been getting into that backfield and bringing down those runners for those losses, and Herriman's defense tonight has been playing a very fun game.
And that puts you in a tough situation, 2nd and long, 3rd and long.
2nd and 11, ball on the 38. And a timeout taken by the Mustangs. And Eric, again, just walk us through it. What have you seen tonight so far from the Sentinels, and how do they need to march it down the field and get back into this one?
You know, I think sticking to your game plan, of course, the fundamentals. They've got to win the line of scrimmage, but they're not going to win on the perimeter. Look, north and south has definitely been working. Protect your quarterback. Keep him clean. And when he has been clean, he's been able to find his receivers.
And how about Kai Mesa, the sophomore receiver who has come up big time and time again for that offense?
Absolutely amazing. Again, as a sophomore. I mean, he has a 99-yard reception this season. He took that opening, end around for 75 yards or so.
Yep.
He's got some jets, that's for sure.
Second down, a big second down coming up from the 38-yard line, 11 to go to get the first, as Bingham again in this offense looking to take the snap out wide off the bubble pass, and it's brought back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the gain. Not much going there again for the Sentinels.
Again, what did I just say? Anything to the perimeter, that closing speed is tremendous by Herriman.
And so it brings up 3rd and 9. Ball on the 40-yard line, and again, it is loud in here. I love it. The energy, the atmosphere here at Herriman High on senior night. It's fantastic. Third down. Bingham takes the snap, drops back. The pressure's coming, and he's going to be sacked. Taken down.
That is amazing. Again, 21 sacks so far at the start of this night. They have already had 2 sacks. They got the pressure there. Beautiful call on 2nd and long there.
It looked like it was
3rd and long.
It looked like it was Lincoln Wilberger, the first one back there to make the play for the Mustangs, as Laga again back out to just punt this one away. It'll take a bounce near the 30, and it'll roll back, and it'll be blown dead at the 27.
Yeah, Lincoln Wilberger, he's averaging close to five tackles a game. He was back there so fast that Wyatt Bingham didn't have time.
So the Herriman's Mustang defense coming up huge against the Sentinels offense. It'll give Ty and his offense a chance now to come back out and try to add more to the scoreboard before we head to the break.
Let's see what they can do.
3:22 left to go here in the second quarter. It's a 17-10 Herriman Mustangs lead. Ty and Fafita looking to lead this offense and march down the field as Ty takes the snap. Fafita up the middle, gets a little bit of a hole, but then is met after about 4 on the gain.
Man, I'll tell you, Fafita is not only a strong back. He's shifty. He shifted out of one hole into another. Takes it for a beautiful gain on first down, and that's what you want. You want to keep those second downs, those third downs as short as possible.
And they're okay with just letting the clock run here as they hold the lead, and Ty out wide, caught, makes a move, makes the first, and then is pushed back and brought down. Big catch there from number 20 for the Mustang. That's Isaac Larson.
Yeah, I'll just say one thing about that play, and the word is grit. Talk about gritty. He was not going down, not a fight.
Larson with a big gain, and so it brings up another first down for the home side Mustangs as Ty pitches it off, and he is fumble recovered by the Sentinels.
That is huge. You know, we didn't talk about turnovers, but
first turnover of the evening, and it goes to the visiting Sentinels, and now they'll set up shop inside Mustang territory before the end of the second quarter.
Plenty of time to tie this thing up.
Big play from that Sentinels defense coming up with the fumble. And so now Wyatt Bingham in this offense coming back out to try to tie things up.
First and 10 on the 47.
Bingham lined up in the shotgun, takes the snap, handoff, doing on this flea flicker as he's pitched back. Wyatt has to escape the pressure and is back at the line of scrimmage.
Man, I'll tell you this Herriman defense, it's fast. I'll tell you that much. You cannot escape.
For a second there, it looked like Wyatt Bingham had a chance to air that one out, but the pocket quickly collapsed on Bingham, had to escape, and it made it back to the original line. And so second down, Bingham is thrown to the tight end and is brought down. That's number 82, Brandon Anderson again.
Yeah, that's his second catch. And he could just body up on that defense. Beautiful catch. Beautiful first down.
Big gain there from Anderson, and it brings up first and 10, ball on the 34. The clock ticking down, 1:37. Bingham again just out wide to Anderson again, and he is brought down after about a 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain.
Action on the stop for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge here getting the ball out much faster. Protecting Wyatt Bingham for sure.
Spotted on the 29-yard line.
So after the catch from Braden Anderson, it brings up 2nd and 4, ball on the 29. 1 minute left to go in the second quarter. And they're knocking on the end zone as Bingham will air it out, and it is caught. Touchdown, Sentinels.
Beautiful pass by Wyatt Bingham there.
That's again Legend Glasker on the catch, and we got a tie game here pending the PAT.
I absolutely love that play because he had options. He had other options, but you know what? He went big.
Top corner of the end zone, Glasker just rises up like a salmon, brings it down, and it is again Brody Laga coming out to tie things up, 16-17 at the moment. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and we got a tie ball game before the end of the second quarter.
Man, I'll tell you, I think they may change the rules, high school football, with respect to the PATs for Brody Laga, and he kicked that thing over the scoreboard.
He has a leg, man. Incredible there from Laga. And so with 53 seconds left, we'll take a quick timeout here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Herriman High School. Legend Glasker scores his second touchdown of the afternoon to tie things up at 17-all with 53 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, let's talk again about that touchdown pass by Wyatt Bingham. That thing was a laser right over the defender to the outside shoulder, and a beautiful catch. And it was tight coverage. That wasn't, wide open.
Wyatt Bingham throwing dimes out here at Herriman High School as Legas just kicks this one away, and of course it'll just sail through the uprights and out for the touchback.
I'll tell you, whenever Laga kicks the ball, you got to have your head on a swivel. If you're like in the end zone, just walking around, you might take it off the dome.
Absolutely. You got the cameraman back there.
Exactly.
He's got to watch out. And so with 53 seconds left on the clock, that's plenty of time for a guy like Freddie Tai to march this offense down, try to put some points on the board before the end of the quarter.
Without a doubt. There's plenty of time here.
So Freddie Tai and this offense, again, coming out. And this time in the empty backfield. As he takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw, is caught. And he's going to be met. It looks like that's number 18, Hansen, on the catch.
You know, let's just talk again about the turnover. I mean, turnovers will kill you. We talk about penalties and turnovers, miscues. That's the difference in this game, and allowed for the tied score.
Last time out, as Eric mentions, was a fumble that was recovered by that Sentinels defense. This one goes incomplete. It'll stop the clock, but it'll bring up third with 5 to go on the 25-yard line. .25 seconds left on the clock. Tai on third down. Line up in the shotgun with Samisi Fifita in the backfield. Low snap as Tai recovers. He's looking deep. Wants to throw, and he finds one all by himself. That's Hansen again. He's brought down at the 35, and what a play from Hansen.
Sneaky. He was just hiding there. Absolutely a beautiful, beautiful play. And Tai just found him. He was able to keep his eyes downfield. There was the temptation there for him to use his legs, but he didn't. He kept his eyes downfield, found the wide receiver open there on the sideline for a huge, huge gain.
And Hansen had miles of green grass around him. There was nobody surrounding Hansen. He just brings it in, makes a big play for the Mustangs.
Absolutely. What was really interesting on that play is you had Mountain Ridge show a 3-man rush and then came with 4. So, you know, they didn't have everybody back there. That may have been, you know, a reason why he may have been open there.
And so we've got 16 seconds left on the clock after the huge gain. Herriman now in Mountain Ridge Sentinels territory as the moon begins to peek out from the other side of the mountain, and it's beautiful.
Hey, and it is a full moon, and so, Alex, if you start howling or growing extra hair, I'm going to run for my life.
And first down coming up for Tai. And this Herriman offense as Tai drops back. He escapes the pressure up the middle, gets the first. Tai still on his feet and brought down inside the red zone.
Absolutely a phenomenal play there. I mean, that's next level. That's next level play there.
Huge
You
play.
cannot just bring him down again with just a basic arm tackle. You got to get full body on him.
Huge play there from Freddie Tai. Another timeout taken on the field, and with 8 seconds left, you still have a shot here at the end zone.
Absolutely.
17-yard line.
You have options.
Eight seconds left. Herriman now inside the red zone. The ball will be set up at the 17-yard line on 1st and 10 after the big run from Freddie Tai, the senior quarterback who has been fantastic tonight for the Mustangs. And the players again taking the field after the timeout. First and 10 for the Mustangs as Freddie Tai lined up in the shotgun. Fifita lined up alongside him in the backfield. Takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw, has to escape out to his right. Tai taking it inside the 5 and pushed out of bounds. 2 seconds left.
Once he makes up his mind, watch out.
Tai again making a big play with a big run. And so now with 2 seconds left, ball on the 3-yard line. Looks like they're going to go for it.
This is such a difficult offense to defend. On most plays, there's a triple option. What will they do here?
Again, first down, first and goal. Ball on the 3-yard line. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, man, they're going for the jugular.
They have a chance here to take the lead with seconds left on the clock before we head to the break. Tai takes the snap. A little bit of miscommunication, but Fifita runs out. Touchdown, Herriman!
Fifita gets bottled up. Looked like they had him. He squirts out. He's so strong. He's shifty. He's able to squeeze out and score.
It did. For a second there, it did look like Mountain Ridge and that defense had him, but he was able to bounce out, make the play, and a huge play. And again, the Mustangs take the lead.
You know, and I've seen some of that tonight, and that is, you know, you think you have him with an arm tackle or just a little bump. You got to wrap up, and it's...
Hagan, the kick is up, kick is good, and so now it's a 24-17 Herriman lead as we head to the break. Eric, break it down for us. What'd you see there in that first half?
Man, I'll tell you, it does come back to fundamentals, blocking, tackling, and the team that has won the line of scrimmage has the lead right now, and that's Herriman.
What do the Mountain Ridge Sentinels and that offense need to do in the second half to take control of this game and have a shot?
You know, on defense, they do have to find a way to do the basics, and that is keeping things in front of you and tackling. You have to be able to get the offensive player down on the ground. Another thing is turnovers. I mean, they've had 12 interceptions so far this season, 2 returned for touchdowns. So can they pick one? Can they get another turnover to give them, of course, you know, another series and put some points on the board? Because obviously they can as well.
Absolutely, and so we head to the break. It is the home side Herriman Mustangs here on senior night who go into the break with the 24-17 lead. Stick with us for second half action here on the Rewind Sports Network when we return.
Orchard with Advanced Window Products here to give you some tips on how to properly throw a spiral. Put your index finger near the tip, set your feet, and release. Ooh, didn't mean for that to happen. Luckily, Advanced Window Products can help you. Advanced Window Products is Utah's #1 replacement window manufacturer, and we are here to help you invest in your home. Whether it's replacing broken windows or just updating your home to new window technology. Call us today for a free no-pressure quote.
The Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, as always, presented by Heidemann Associates. We want to welcome you back into Herriman High School. I'm Alex Napoles, happy to be joined by the better Litster, Eric Litster, tonight. And we are seconds away from kicking off again in the second half. Eric, again, just recap that first half. What did you see from Tai and that Herriman offense?
Oh, man, it's been the Freddie show from Herriman. And they have been absolutely awesome. But, you know, Mountain Ridge definitely can come back into this.
And the Mountain Ridge...
They're absolutely not out of it.
Absolutely,
I mean, they
no.
can score so quickly.
And that's what they'll be looking to do here in the second half, because it's going to be Herriman who kick things off. And it's funny because earlier we were talking about how there was no wind, and now all of a sudden it is very windy here.
Yeah, there's a little tornado going on.
So again, it's going to be Herriman Mustangs to kick off the second half, get things rolling here at Herriman High School. They're wearing the black with the red helmets, and the visiting Mountain Ridge Sentinels with the white and gray.
Yeah, let's see what Mountain Ridge can do on this first drive here. I will say as well, in just a second.
That one's just squibbed up the middle. Takes a bobble brought up by Cam Beck, and now Beck out to his left, and he's going to be met and brought down near the 30-yard line.
I was just going to say that Mountain Ridge may also be struggling a bit in their secondary, as not only was Keeney their, best in state running back, but also he's a phenomenal defender. He has 2 interceptions on the season already, and I'm sure they're missing him back in the secondary.
It's a big loss no matter which way you look at it, on offense, the running game, on defense, with the ball hawk skills that Canisi has. And so now Mountain Ridge to start us off here in the third, as Hernandez rolls out to his left, gets the first, and is pushed out of bounds after a 11-yard gain. Good run to start the second half.
Absolutely great run, and Hernandez has definitely had a great game so far. That offensive line was able to get outside there and give him some room.
And so here comes 1st and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line for the Sentinels, as Bingham takes the snap, handoff again to Hernandez. The flag comes out, but Hernandez is able to get maybe 4 on the gain. We'll see what that flag is.
Yeah, talk about discipline. This is only the second penalty of the game. And the press box is rocking.
And so it's going to bring up a false start. It'll go against the Sentinels. And so they'll repeat first down. And so it'll be 1st and 15, ball on the 34-yard line.
It's definitely not what you want.
Especially after the big run from
Absolutely.
Hernandez. 1st and 15 for the visiting Sentinels, as Bingham takes the snap, drops back, gets it off to Glasker, and Glasker brings it back to the original line of scrimmage. Sets up about a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass by Wyatt Bingham. He literally just takes his drops, plants that back foot, the ball is gone. Beautiful play to get them back to 2nd and 10.
And so it'll be ball on the 41-yard line for the Sentinels, as that ball dropped again. Bingham, similar play as he gets it out, gets the edge, and he's off to the 30, and he's going to be met at the 20-yard line. Incredible pitch and catch as Cohen Cunningham takes it in.
Yeah, look at that quick strike offense. And in that case, they were able to actually get it to the perimeter, and he's off to the races.
Big play from Cohen Cunningham, the sophomore receiver. And it'll set up a first down at the 20-yard line.
How crazy. Their top 2 receivers are both sophomores.
And they're having fun games tonight. Meza has made some big catches. We just saw that one from Cunningham here, as Bingham now gets it off to Meza, and Meza makes a move but is brought down after about a 4-yard gain.
And that's what you want on first down. Pick up a few yards, take the pressure off your quarterback.
Even with the penalty, this has been a good drive for the Sentinels to start off the second half.
Hey, they were shot out of a cannon.
And so it's going to be 2nd and 7, ball on the 17. As Bingham again line up in the shotgun. And Anderson goes in motion as Bingham now rolls out to his left. He's going to picks it upfield, and he is going to be marked. We'll see where they spot it. I think he was short, and yes, it looks like it's going to be short.
Now, talk about some wheels as well. Showing us what he can do.
There's been a couple good moments tonight where Bingham has been able to tuck it in and make the play himself. We just saw one there as now it brings up 3rd and 2, ball on the 12-yard line inside the red zone. Let's see what the Sentinels can do as they'll switch things up prior to the snap. And now Bingham takes the snap. Handoff to Hernandez. Hernandez out on the edge, runs it up the middle, and then brought down, gets the 1st and more.
Man, I absolutely love the way he runs. The second he sees the crease, he goes north and south. No wasted movement.
1st and goal on the 5-yard line.
And it's only his 2nd year.
Jose Hernandez, the senior, has been able to fill in well for the missing running back for the Sentinels here as we're now at the goal line as Bingham escapes the pressure somehow up the middle and then brought down at the 2-yard line.
Again, making something of nothing. Even if it's just a yard, not putting yourself behind the chains is so critical.
To the 2-yard line. Brown in on
What a heads-up play.
Bingham does fantastic to escape that sack, and the pressure from the Herriman Mustangs makes a play, and so now we have a 2nd and goal on the 2-yard line. Bingham takes the snap to Hernandez, who is met, fumble, and recovered by Mountain Ridge. That one could have been dangerous.
Yeah.
Just absolutely not what you want going on the goal line there for the Sentinels.
Brown in on the stop. Third down, 13 to go.
It's going to bring up 3rd and goal, ball on the 13-yard line. Mountain Ridge in a little bit of a hole here as Bingham again takes the snap. The pressure's coming, and he's going to be sacked. Back-to-back negative plays for Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge said, hey, we're through with this. We're going to put some pressure. Again, Asiata with the pressure takes him down.
4th down and 20.
The defense bows up, keeps him out of the end zone.
They had the ball on the 2-yard line with an opportunity to tie things up, and now after the fumble and then the sack, they'll have to settle for a kick as Brody Laga just puts it through and adds 3 and makes it a 4-point game.
Man, that guy is absolutely automatic.
The score is 24-20.
And so it's going to be a 24-20 Herriman lead with 7:01 left to go here in the 3rd. We'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Herriman High School. I'm Alex Napolis, happy to be joined tonight by Eric Litster. It is Brody Laga who just got another field goal through the uprights to add 3 on the board for the visiting Sentinels. But it's a 24-20 deficit with 7:01. And the ball's going back to the Mustangs here on the kickoff as Hansen fields it. Gets a decent return. He's at the 30, finds a little bit of space, past the 40, at the 45, and taken down. Big return there from Hansen.
What a beautiful return, and he was not just going to go out of bounds, man. He was taking it to the house if he could.
44-yard line.
Hansen makes a move, makes a couple of guys miss, and sets up Herriman with good field position to start their drive and see if they can extend this lead with Freddie Tai. First and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. Or no, excuse me, it will be the 45. Tai drops back. Handoff, but he is met. Nowhere to go on the run from Fefita.
Beautiful defensive play.
Larson the carrier, Montgomery with the stop.
Off the edge. Takes him down for a loss.
It's Cannon Montgomery, number 32, who read that and just took Fefita down in the backfield. And so it'll bring up 2nd and 16 Ball on the 40 as Tai, almost gets it back to the original marker, gets a decent gain there, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
I'll tell you, though, Mountain Ridge has definitely made some adjustments, at least in these first couple of plays.
3rd down, 12 to go on the 44.
Keeping Tai under control.
Brandon
Keeping him contained. Again, you can't stop him, but let's contain him.
Tai now here on 3rd and long. Tai drops back to pass. He's looking to throw. Gets it out. Incomplete. And it'll be a big 3rd down stop from the Sentinels.
Yeah, that was a strange play there where Tai slipped as he was throwing the ball, caused the pass to be off just a little bit.
And so after Herriman's defense comes up big on the goal line, it is now the Sentinels defense who comes up big and doesn't allow Freddie Tai in this offense to get going early here in the 3rd, or I guess halfway through the 3rd now, as that ball is punted away. Fielded at the 10, bobbled, and they'll mark it dead there at the 10.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about this Mountain Ridge Sentinels offense. Last week, they gave up 6 sacks, and already this week we've seen that they've had a few tackles for losses and some sacks, and that really, I believe, is the difference in this game. Again, as we mentioned in the pregame, it all starts in the trenches. If you're going to win them, you're going to win the game.
And so, backed up into their own territory, the Sentinels coming out again with an opportunity to take the lead, march it down the field and take the lead, as we have some trickery here as Kai Meza has to escape, is able to make it, has the room, and is pushed out of bounds near the marker. We'll see where they spot him. He might have been short.
What a beautiful run by Meza there, getting outside again. Was able to break that contain and make it 2nd and reasonable.
He was in trouble near his own goal line, but he was able to escape, makes a big play. 2nd down and 4, ball on the 17. Bingham again, and this offense looking to march it down the field as Bingham takes the snap. Hand up the middle to Hernandez, and he's going to be brought down after 2 yards.
Yeah, Herriman definitely getting penetration now.
You need to move your vehicles immediately to avoid a tow charge.
Nearly every play, you see a Herriman defender in the backfield.
You need to move your vehicle immediately. Thank you very much.
And one way to beat that, of course, is obviously the quick passes and also the screen game. Let's see if they dial something like that up.
3rd and 1. Hernandez, that looks like that's number 10, and Thomas Tenney who gets the first for the visitors.
Yeah, beautiful run there. Mountain Ridge wasn't able to seal that off, and beautiful run for the 1st down.
Asiata in on the stop for the defense.
So it'll bring up 1st and 10, ball on the 22, as Ephraim Asiata was able to make the play on Tenney. Bingham now in the shotgun once again, takes the snap, drops back, and the flags come out prior to. It might be a false start.
Let's see. Man, how many times have we mentioned Asiata's name tonight?
Asiata's been everywhere for that Herriman defense. This Herriman defense has really impressed me tonight.
It is
by far.
It is tremendous. Again, coming into this game with 21 sacks, 52 tackles for losses, and Asiata's name is mentioned nearly every play.
And so 1st and 15 after the false start. Takes the snap, looking out, and incomplete into the hands and drop there by the Sentinels.
Yeah, that happens. And, these guys, they work so hard. This is a big game for them. And sometimes those things happen.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 15, ball on the 17, as the Sentinels remain backed up inside their own territory. Bingham again lined up in the shotgun, 2 lined up to the near side as Bingham takes the snap, drops back, has to escape the pressure out to his left. He's running out on his feet, gets back to the original marker and pushed out of bounds.
You know, on that play, I believe if Wyatt Bingham could have stepped up and just kept his eyes downfield, he did have some receivers coming open there. His eyes dropped. He ran the ball. He did get something, but I believe there was some more yards there to be had in the passing game.
So after that run, it brings up 3rd and 10. A huge 3rd down coming up for Mountain Ridge as they look to extend the drive as Bingham drops back, steps up again in the pocket, up the middle. Bingham gets the first.
That is all heart. That is all 100% heart there for Bingham. Tremendous, tremendous run right up the middle. How many quarterbacks like to literally run into the teeth of the defense? Not many, and he did it for the first down. This game definitely means something to him.
Wyatt Bingham puts the team on his shoulders, says, I can do it, gets the first, takes the snap, and now Tenney on the run as he's brought down after 4 yards on the gain from Thomas Tenney.
Another strong run there by Mountain Ridge as they're trying to fill in and trying to fill that spot that's been vacated by their injured superstar.
2nd and 6, ball on the 39. This 3rd quarter has flown by. It's 3 minutes left to go here in the 3rd on senior night at Herriman. And it's now Tenney again who takes the snap out to his left and pushed out of bounds. Plenty for the first. Huge run there from Thomas Tenney.
Absolutely huge run, but also massive block by tight end there on that play to get him some extra yards.
And so, excuse me, from up here looked like 10. It's actually number 30, Cam Beck. And so we apologize to Cam, who's been tremendous so far here in the 3rd. Cam Beck again lined up in the backfield with Bingham in the shotgun, takes the snap. Hand off to Beck as he rolls out to his right. Still Beck as the flags come out behind the play, but Beck gets about 4 on the gain.
Yeah, you hate to see that on 1st down.
Brown in on the stop.
And we'll see what the call is here against, or we'll see who the call is against, as it looks like it might be against the Herriman defense.
Personal foul.
It's going to be a chop block. A block below the waist against the Herriman defense, and so it sets up the Sentinels with tremendous field position out there. Inside the 30-yard line. They have a shot here to take the lead.
Yeah, that type of a penalty is so critical. Any personal foul, 15 yards, that is massive.
So after the run from Cam Beck and the penalty flag, we'll have a 1st and 10, ball on the 27 as Bingham out to Glasker, and he's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you got that wide receiver screen there. Got the lineman trying to get out there. Couldn't get out there quite fast enough.
Tackled by Hatch for the Mustangs.
2nd and 10, still a ball on the 27-yard line, and so far in this 3rd quarter, the Mountain Ridge Sentinels, they're putting on a drive, but we haven't seen Glasker or Meza really step up and make big catches on this one so far. 2nd and 10, Bingham again takes the snap out and incomplete, this time in the direction of Anderson.
Yeah, just a little off target. I'll tell you though, he's definitely facing some pressure, even on a quick pass like that. Herriman's definitely pinning their ears back.
Come on, Ranch, let's get behind the defense. Let's go.
And so we had a 3rd and 10 earlier in the drive. The Sentinels got the first down thanks to a run from Wyatt Bingham. We'll see if they can do the same here, get the first on 3rd and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line. Bingham takes the snap, drops back, the pressure's coming. Acerola to his right, still Bingham on his feet as he takes it and is brought down for a loss.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He had a tremendous block by a tight end. Unfortunately, he blocked the defender into Bingham.
And so
fantastic block, just couldn't quite scramble out of that one.
And so after the loss, it'll bring up Brody Laga, the kicker, who has already had a 57, 60-yarder in the first half. We'll see if he can do it here against the wind in the second as Laga. Well, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Brody Laga.
Wow. Absolutely the leg cannon.
49
He's not showing any
Mustangs 24.
Any lack in leg strength.
Sentinels 23.
And so it is now 24-23. We got a close one here at Herriman High School. We'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Herriman High School here on senior night. It is now a 24-23 Herriman lead. 6 points in the third quarter from Mountain Ridge, all 6 from Brody Laga. As that one just squibbed up the middle, Hansen to field it and return. Hansen had a big return last time, looking to do the same on this one as Hansen is brought down near the 44, and Hansen with a huge return.
Yeah, Hansen with some fantastic returns tonight that has put them in great field position to start every drive.
Freddie Tayai in this offense, last time they were out on the field, they were held to just a 3 and out. We'll see what Tayai in this offense can do now to try to put some points on the board. They haven't been able to do so here in the third.
Yeah, let's see what they can do here. This offensive line has been tremendous so far tonight.
44 seconds left to go here in the third as Tayai takes a snap out to the, it looks like that's Fafita, and he's brought down after maybe 2 on the gain.
Again, talking to Coach Mifu about running to the ball. They got to the ball quickly on that.
Second 9 on the 45.
Second down, ball on the 45, 9 yards to go. Takes the snap, Tayai keeps it. The pressure's coming. Tayai has to roll to his left to escape. He does, and he gets possibly 6 on the gain. Close to the first, but not enough.
You know, those are those plays where as a defender you're like, I got him. And then, oh no, I don't got him.
And so we've reached the end of the third quarter. Mountain Ridge, off of 2 field goals, has been able to climb back into this one. It is a 1-point game as we head to the final quarter here at Herriman High School. And that's going to do it here for the third. Stick with us for fourth quarter action when we return here on the Rewind Sports Network. Fourth quarter action here at Herriman High School as we have a 24-23 Herriman lead. I'm Alex Napolis, happy to be joined tonight by Eric Litzter. And so now in a third and short, Tayai will take it out to his left, but he's going to be met. And another big play by that Sentinels defense.
Those guys are hungry. They definitely wanted to eat on that play. Tremendous pressure by Mountain Ridge getting in there, stopping them. It's fourth down.
Fourth down. It looks like they're bringing on the punt team to just get this one away as Riker Sedal, the junior, coming out to just punt, get it away. But Mountain Ridge again with another chance to march down the field and try to cushion and take a lead. Sedal gets it away. Big punt there from the junior as that one will roll dead at about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge has a long field now. See what they can do on offense. They gotta feel good though. To stop Tayai, it's absolutely tremendous. They definitely contained him on that last drive. Tremendous job by the Sentinel defense.
Offensively, they say, hey, as long as the ball is in our hands, we control this game, and
That's
they
right.
did that. They milked that clock, ran out the clock in that third quarter. They held tie to only 2 possessions in that third quarter. Here as Bingham now, handoff out to his right, but he's going to be met after maybe 1 on the gain. Nothing going there for Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, that Herriman defense is stout as well, containing him. That pursuit is just awesome, getting out there and only allowing him a couple of yards.
First half was all about the offenses, and now here we're having a defensive battle. Both defenses are saying, hey, what you can do, I can do better.
Those adjustments are working.
Absolutely. Second down coming up for Mountain Ridge. Ball on the 16-yard line, 7 yards to go. As Bingham again line up in the shotgun. It looks like that's Hernandez line up in the backfield, takes the snap, handoff to Hernandez, who gets a decent gain, maybe about 3 on the carry.
You know, that play was going for 9-10 yards in the first half. And right now, you know, you're getting 3 or 4. I mean, not too shabby, but definitely Herriman has made some adjustments as well.
And so, unfortunately, we got some guys down behind the play, so we'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Nate Orchard with Advanced Window Products here to give you some tips on how to properly throw a spiral. Put your index finger near the tip, set your feet, and release. Ooh, didn't mean for that to happen. Luckily, Advanced Window Products can help you. Advanced Window Products is Utah's #1 replacement window manufacturer, and we are here to help you invest in your home. Whether it's replacing broken windows or just updating your home to new window technology. Call us today for a free no-pressure quote.
And so the good news as we welcome you back into Herriman is that Dallin Ellenson, the player who was down, was able to get back up and walked out to the sideline. Seems like he's going to be able to carry on. It's always a good sign for the Herriman defense. As Bingham now takes the snap, drops back over the middle to Glasker. It's caught, and Glasker now with an opportunity as he breaks past the 40, and a huge gain from Glasker.
Man, legend has been a legend. What a beautiful, beautiful route there. He sits down, he's patient, the ball's on time. Beautiful, beautiful pass. Beautiful catch. First down.
Glasker's first catch of this second half comes in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes left to go. Mountain Ridge, again, just trying to march it down the field with Bingham in this offense as Bingham takes the snap, looking to throw in the direction of Glasker again, caught, and Glasker's going to take it all the way in. Touchdown Sentinels, and they take the lead for the first time tonight.
And that's a sophomore. That's a sophomore for you, taking it to the house. Absolutely beautiful. His stride didn't even break. What a beautiful, beautiful pass by Bingham. Beautiful catch and run, touchdown.
Bingham to Glasker.
And again, for the first time tonight, the Sentinels have a lead.
Again, it comes down to protection. Bingham had protection, had the time to throw that deep pass.
And so Laga out here with the PAT. And that kick is up, that kick is good, and all of a sudden, Eric, it's a 30-24 Mountain Ridge lead.
Hey, anything can happen, remember? Rivalry week.
And this rivalry has lived up to the hype. It's been nonstop back and forth action from both sides. We're going to take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. Stick with us for more action when we return. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Herriman Associates, Advanced Windows Company, and Igloo Outfitters. The Mountain Ridge Sentinels have just taken their lead 30-24 as Lagas kicks things off again through the end zone touchback. And so now Ty, who hasn't really done much here in the second half, has to come out and get his team back on top.
Hey, let's see what they can do on first down. You know, they've had some penalties, they've had some misfortunes driving it down and not being able to punch it in the end zone. See what they can do.
9:38 left to go. This rivalry game has lived up to the billing. Region 2 rivalry, a Region 2 clash, And it's going to go down to the wire as Tai takes the snap. And nowhere to go there for the runner.
Man, I'll tell you, Mountain Ridge is shoring up that middle. As I mentioned, that play in the first quarter was going for 9-10 yards. He ends up picking up, 3 yards.
Higgins on the defensive stop.
The Sentinel defense has been fantastic to start the second half. 2 back-to-back 3-and-outs. They're not letting Tai in this offense do anything.
Yeah, let's see if he goes deep here and stretches that defense.
2 lined up to the far side as Tai takes the snap. Keeps it up the middle. Not really much there going for Tai as he gets potentially 4 on the gain.
And I will say this, Mountain Ridge is showing pressure on pretty much every play now.
Higgins on the tackle.
And so we got a player down, and we'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Herriman High School. And luckily, again, the player was able to walk to the sideline. It looks like he's going to be okay. And now Tai with the throw over the middle. It's caught, and it's going to be brought down. First down, and the first down for the Mustangs here in the second half.
Absolutely a beautiful play action pass. That play action definitely caused the defense to pause, and that pause allowed his wide receiver to get open, and then just a rifle, just an absolute bullet for a first down.
And so, unfortunately, another player down on the turf. We'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Nate Orchard with Advanced Window Products here to give you some tips on how to properly throw a spiral. Put your index finger near the tip, set your feet, and release. Ooh, didn't mean for that to happen. Luckily, Advanced Window Products can help you. Advanced Window Products is Utah's #1 replacement window manufacturer, and we are here to help you invest in your home. Whether it's replacing broken windows or just updating your home to new window technology. Call us today for a free no-pressure quote.
Welcome back into Herriman High School. Again, after the injury timeout, it looks like Cole Brandon was able to walk off, and so we hope he's going to be all right as he gets another look over on the sideline. And now Tai in this offense on 1st and 10. Ball on the 43. 8:20 left to go. 3 lined up on the far side, and now a flag comes out prior to the play. It looks like it's going to be a false start against the Herriman Mustangs.
False start on the offense. Replay first down.
Yeah, and that's what we've been talking about. Limiting those penalties that are so costly. 1st and 15 now.
Halftime score there.
So 1st and 15, ball on the 38 as the Mustangs find themselves behind the sticks. Up the middle, and Hansen just able to bring that one in.
Beautiful toss and catch. Gets them close to the original line of scrimmage.
Second down.
Hansen with a big play there on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 10. Ball on the 43. Tai out to number 13, and he's going to be met. That is Noah Malloy, on the catch.
Yeah, that was beautiful again. The snap comes back. Tai immediately pivots. The ball's gone. And it's a 1-on-1. You're hoping your wide receiver can juke a little, get upfield, and this makes it 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 5, ball on the 48. Tai dropping back. They need the first, and he gets it. And brought down past the sticks. 1st down, Mustangs.
Absolutely beautiful. And, I hate to say it, but Tai, he could have sat back there, made himself a sandwich, a taco, maybe a casserole. He had plenty of time to pick and choose where to put that ball. He was able to deliver.
Delivers indeed for the first, and now the Mustangs in Sentinel territory. 7:04 left to go here in the 4th. Looking to get back into this one as Tai is going to escapes the pressure, but still brought down for the loss. Maybe just 1 on that one.
Absolutely beautiful adjustment by Mountain Ridge, showing again more pressure, backing off, and then coming with the pressure. You thought Ta'ai was going to escape it,
Second and 12
but couldn't.
on the 45.
And so Herriman find themselves a little bit behind the sticks again. This one is 2nd and 12, ball on the 47. Ta'ai in this offense, again, just need to keep this drive alive. Get that first down as Ta'ai takes the snap. Screen out to the receiver to Malloy. And now Malloy pushed out of bounds near the 39.
Way to finish that play there. Put your shoulder down, finish as you go out of bounds.
And correction, it was Fifita, the running back, on the run. As Fifita gets
Third down, 6 to go on the
a
41
decent
yard
gain,
line.
so it's going to bring up 3rd and 6, ball on the 41-yard line for the Mustangs. Another big 3rd down as you can just see the visiting Mountain Ridge Sentinels student section on the other side bouncing as Fifita now trying to catch the edge, but he's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, interesting play call there. They call that draw play, hoping to keep
The feet of the ball carrier.
Mountain Ridge a little off balance, and they're going for it.
4th down and 6. Ball on the 41-yard line. They need to get it past the 35 for the first. Fifita and Ta'ai in this offense stay out there. Ta'ai, the pressure's coming, and he's going to be sacked. It's going to be turnover on downs and a huge play from that Sentinels defense.
Absolutely. That is what Mountain Ridge needed.
Brannon.
Cole Brannon, who left the drive a little bit earlier off the injury, comes back in and makes quite possibly the biggest defensive play we've seen all night from Mountain Ridge.
Absolutely. You know, I talked about wrapping up. I talked about that Ta'ai is not easy to bring down. Well, that's what you need. You need a defender like that to absolutely wrap up and not let go.
The sophomore does it for the Sentinels. Turnover on downs, and so now an opportunity for Mountain Ridge to come out, kill some clock, and possibly extend the lead as we have 5:38 left to go as Hernandez finds a big hole, gets the 1st and more, and Jose Hernandez with a huge run on 1st down.
I have the biggest smile on my face. I'm a former lineman, and to see those big hosses out there, out in front, opening up holes, and Hernandez is just awesome. He's following his blockers. He's seeing the reads. He's got both hands on the ball, and it's just boom, 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 boom.
Jose Hernandez with a huge 1st down for Mountain Ridge. They're now in Mustang territory. And we'll see. Again, they have all the time in the world to just kill the clock, take their time, as Hernandez this time will be brought down for a big loss, and quite the opposite of what happened last time.
Yeah, absolutely the opposite. Herriman definitely showed up on that, has another TFL, and that's not what you want again on 1st down.
Long and long, both in on the stop behind the line of scrimmage with the loss of 3 yards.
So after the big defensive play from Herriman, we got a 2nd and 13, ball on the 41. The Sentinels and Bingham trying to get that 1st down, keep this drive alive as Bingham looking to throw, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, just a little bit off target on that one. Third down and long.
Another big opportunity for the Herriman defense to step up and get their offense back on the field.
You know, I was going to say they need to get into field goal position, but they may already be there.
And with the wind going to the north side, which is the end zone they're going to,
exactly,
Lagos might as well be in range at the moment.
Might as well hit a 70-yarder.
3rd down, a big 3rd down. Can the Sentinels get the first? Bingham takes the snap to Beck. Cam back out to the right, and he'll be stopped short.
Yeah, still a beautiful run, though. Getting to the outside, bringing up 4th down. Are they going to go for it? Yeah, it looks like they're on the ball.
Big run from the junior, Cam Beck.
Yeah, this is a statement play.
Huge fourth down. Can the Herriman defense hold? Fourth and 3. Ball on the 31. 4:45 left to go. It looks like Herriman is going to bring the pressure. Bingham. And they get him to jump. First down.
That is not what you want. You know, both teams have been so disciplined tonight, but on that play, we get that encroachment.
Penalty marker on the field.
Well done by the sophomore quarterback.
Now that's a big call late in the game. A one-possession game, 3 left to go.
It's so hard to hold your water there and not jump.
First down, Sentinels, and the Mustangs need to come up big. They haven't had a turnover yet tonight. They need one now to get the ball back as Hernandez, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds.
Tremendous pursuit by Herriman there. They strung it out until the defenders could definitely pursue, get upfield, stop him from turning the corner.
Second and 10.
Looks like they gave him a
12,
tackle for loss on that.
So second and 12 coming up, ball on the 28-yard line. Again, the Herriman defense need a stop. As Hernandez up the middle, he's met after possibly 4 on the gain. And they can see that clock just continue to tick down.
And that's what they want. It's tick, 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 ticking.
We're inside 2:05 left to go and a timeout taken by the Mustangs. And so now the question, Eric, if you're that defense, what's got to happen here for you to get that ball back?
Well, definitely you're talking to your team, everybody to the ball, and strip that ball. The second the runner has the ball, the receiver has the ball, you got to be scratching at that maybe. Get your hands up in the passing game, but I doubt it. I think Mountain Ridge is just going to keep running it, keep that clock moving, and that's what you need to settle this game.
And I guess the question is here too is if Herriman gets a stop here on third down, do you go for the field goal and make it a 2-possession game? And
yeah, absolutely. I mean, long has been money, and you make it 2 possessions, you're going to have less than a minute on the clock.
And so a big third down coming up for the visiting Sentinels as Bingham drops back, going for the end zone. Incomplete. And a flag comes out late. Eric, what did you see?
Wow. It looked like bang, bang to me, but I'm not right there. I hope everybody's okay.
The flag comes out late. A player is down, and we'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Herriman Associates, Advanced Windows Company, and Igloo Outfitters. Bingham aired it out, went for the end zone, and a pass interference called against the defense. And so now first down coming up for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels with only 2 minutes left.
Yeah, this is absolutely a battle. You hate to see that close call, but you got to call it.
First down, Bingham takes the snap, hand off to Hernandez, and he just runs it up the middle and gets 4 on the game.
Talk about ball protection, putting both hands on the ball, not allowing Herriman to strip that baby.
And again, it's just the clock's just going to run down. But a timeout taken on the field by the Mustangs. And we'll take a second to thank all of our sponsors here on the Rewind Sports Network. Remember that Heidemann Associates is a flat rate law firm that is completely focused on you. Get a free consultation by calling 801-472-7742 or go to utah.law to find the office nearest to you. Igloo Outfitters is the coziest, most wearable sleeping bag that has you covered during those chilly days and nights. Worry no more about the weather and watch your favorite team in comfort with Igloo Outfitters. Go to igloooutfitters.com and enter Rewind for $20 off. Never miss the moments. And finally, Advanced Windows. Their fall window sale, you get $2,000 off 10 windows or more, 60 months financing, 0% interest, and it's available for a limited time only. Call 801-850-9100 for more information.
Hanson HVAC. One more time for Clubber.
Second down coming up for the Sentinels. Ball on the 10-yard line. 6 yards to go for the first.
Oh, the break. Don't forget the break. And platinum insulation.
Coming out with a bigger set as they'll just look to run, and the flags come out prior to the play. It'll go against the Sentinels.
Yeah, this has been a clean game here.
Repeat, second down.
Not many flags, not many flags called on this one.
Second 11 on the 15-yard line for Mountain Ridge.
Talk about a hard-fought game on both sides of the ball. These guys work so hard. Their staff, coaching staff, the trainers, everybody.
Barring a miracle, it'll look like Mountain Ridge will come out with the win as Mesa just does a sweep all the way around, but not really much going there. Yeah.
Now that's an interesting play. Unfortunately, wide receiver ran it out of bounds. He stopped the clock.
Clock stops.
I don't think you want that.
Clock stops. Third down, and maybe a little bit of hope there for the Herriman
faithful. If he could have that back, I guarantee you would have just sat down there in bounds. Keep the clock going. Force him to use timeout.
12 seconds left, 10 seconds left on the play clock. And we'll see here as the Sentinels take the timeout. And we'll take one here as well on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Herriman High School. It's third down. Quite possibly a big play here for the Herriman defense as Bingham drops back. But pressure's coming, and he's going to be sacked, taken down. And immediately the Mustangs call the timeout.
Yeah, the Herriman pass rush has been absolutely formidable all night long. Tremendous job. He stopped the clock. There's still hope.
Huge play from that defense. Brings up 4th and 10, 1:40 left to go. And it looks like Brody Laga coming out to make it a two-possession game. Real quick, let's take a look around 6A and see how the other teams are doing in Region 2. We got Bingham, who's up 31-6 over Riverton. Corner Canyon, who's up 49-7 over Copper Hills. And then, of course, you got this one, 30-24 Herriman. So as of right now, it looks like Corner Canyon still in control of that seat, but Mountain Ridge not letting up. They'll keep that pressure if they walk out of here with a win.
Yeah, definitely.
Other scores around around 6A in Region 1. Davis up 31-21 against Layton. Farmington up 20-15 against Weber. American Fork 21-10 against Pleasant Grove. Skyridge up 41-7 against Lone Peak. And Lehigh with a 31-6 win against Westlake. As now Laga looking to make it a two-possession game, and it is loud here at Herriman High School at the ranch, as they call it. Laga through the uprights. It's good, and it's a two-possession game.
Yeah, he has again delivered. Hasn't missed a field goal. And these have not been easy. That under pressure, that's big. That's big time.
Brody Laga in that foot, or in that leg, has made the difference tonight.
Hey, what's your nickname for this guy? I mean, there's Legatron. I mean, there's some awesome nicknames out there. We got to pick one for him.
We could do Brody Legatron. I like that. I like that. He's been fantastic tonight. He has the very long field goal, and he's been automatic from wherever they put him. And he's been huge to coming back as he put those two field goals in that third quarter.
He has. And major shout out to Mountain Ridge for really playing ball control on that last drive, running the ball, not being tempted to get too cute, and great play calling.
Hey, but you know what they say, a rivalry game is not over until it's over. 1:37 left on that clock. Herriman might have some tricks up their sleeve. We'll see.
No doubt about it.
Laga will kick it off and out through the end zone and out for the touchback. And so, again, Ty in this offense coming back with not a lot of time left on that clock, Eric.
Yeah, and I want to say something really quick as well. Mountain Ridge has done a good job of kicking the ball out of the end zone, because earlier this half they have been kicking it straight to Herriman. They've been getting some fantastic runbacks by Hansen.
Absolutely. Hansen has had some good returns, and so good on them to keep it away from him on the kickoff. And so now 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Ty in this offense comes out in an empty set as he drops back, gets it off quickly, incomplete.
Just off his hands there, trying to get it outside, get some quick yards, stop the clock. Let's see what Mountain Ridge does to take away those out patterns.
2nd and 10, ball on the 20-yard line for Ty in this offense. He drops back, looking to throw, has to roll out to his left. The pressure's coming, rolls back out to his right. Out, caught, 1st down, Herriman. What a play from Ty.
Ty again playing Houdini, buying time. Tremendous throw, tremendous catch, big hit.
And Caden Hansen, too, has come up time and time again for this offense. Another huge reception from Hansen as that one goes incomplete for the Mustangs.
Yeah, get your hands up, knock that down. That's big.
2nd and 10.
1:12 left to go here in the 4th. 2nd and 10, ball on the 36-yard line. Ty takes a snap, drops back, looking to throw, rolls out to his right, gets it off, and through the hands of Stilson, and incomplete again.
Yeah, Mountain Ridge is playing smart, rushing 4, dropping everybody else back into coverage. Still got a little bit of pressure.
Third down coming up as Ty drops back to pass. Incomplete again.
On that play, Mountain Ridge rushed 2. Kept everybody else back. That's tough.
4th and 10.
Tough for Ty.
Ty in this offense, back-to-back incomplete passes. And, of course, they have to go for it here on 4th down. It could be their last play of the game as Ty drops back, looking to throw, going deep. It's incomplete, and that should do it. Number 5 in the RPI survives as Mountain Ridge comes into Herriman and spoils senior night for the Mustangs.
What a game. Again, rivalry week. Anything can happen.
A rivalry that has lived up to the billing. It has been entertaining. It has been fun. It has been high school football at its best.
At its finest. We've seen tremendous defensive plays, offensive plays, special teams plays. How often do we talk this much about a kicker?
Not very often. I feel like at this level, it's not often that a kicker is highlighted, but we got to give credit to Brody Lagas, who has been phenomenal tonight, and he has been a big reason as to why Mountain Ridge has been able to climb back into this one. And will now line up in the victory formation and walk out of here again with the win. Delay a game.
Yeah, I do want to shout out to Freddie Ta'ai. What a gritty, tough performance. I mean, they've given their hearts and soul. Samisi Fifita, tremendous game as well. That first half, they took it to them. Mountain Ridge made some fantastic adjustments at halftime. I mean, frankly, both teams did on defense.
And so Bingham takes the knee, and I think another player that deserves a lot of applause tonight is Ephraim Asiata on the defense. He was everywhere tonight, and after everything that happened a couple years back with Asiata, well, obviously we're happy to see him back out on the field, and he's been tremendous tonight for the Mustangs.
Yeah. Absolutely. He came into this game with 9 sacks. He was tremendous. I'm so proud of both of these teams. They maintained composure the whole night. We didn't see emotions,
yes, absolutely.
get the best of either team. I mean, we can count on one hand how many penalties we had, right? There weren't a ton of turnovers, but sadly some of those were costly in this one.
Mountain Ridge makes the 4-mile trip up north to Herriman High School and is able to walk out with a 33-24 victory here on senior night. The number 5 in the RPI survives. They get another win. They improve to 2-1 in region play. The Herriman Mustangs fall to 1-2. Heartbreak for the Mustangs here at home.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great atmosphere. Again, a full moon was out. I'm glad you didn't turn into a werewolf and start munching on me. I hope everybody at home had a blast, ate your popcorn. You're probably done with it in the first half. Probably needed to pop some more because this was so entertaining, so much fun. What a blast. And again, just a shout out to the coaching staffs, the trainers, the parents, the players themselves. I mean, they put in hours and hours and hours of work. Both these programs should be proud. And, I mean, they've done a lot of heavy lifting to get to this point.
And so the Sentinel student section, as they begin to storm the field here at Herriman High. Again, the final score, 33-24. The Sentinels survive. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network. As always, presented by Heidemann and Associates. From Spanky on the camera, Eric Litzer, I'm Alex Napolis, and from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Everybody have a good night.